Yo. What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all doing well, staying hydrated on this lovely Tuesday afternoon, morning, evening, and night, whatever time it is for y'all. It is currently 8:47 p.m. Podcast is a little late, but we in here, we live with it, you know. And we have a special thing for y'all this month because we have returned. We have returned the Real or Fake series. That's right, the same series we've been doing for 2 years straight. Returns for a third year. Let me do this. Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
I was like, what are you doing?
I was just doing just kind of like the intro for the
what?
podcast. Just doing like the little intro for the podcast.
Gotcha. I thought Ember's Cove had a promotions page.
They do. It's promo.
Where is it?
It is under, let's see, it's under the borough. So it's where the general and all it is. It's just at the bottom. It's like third to the bottom.
No, it's not.
No, that's just not showing up for you. Maybe that's not one of the channels that show up for you. You need to browse the channel and let it show for you or something, maybe. Because it's there for me.
Oh, it just...
Yeah, Cam just tagged you in it.
Thank you. Because I was like, I swear I saw it earlier. But for whatever reason, it wasn't popping up. Honestly, more things just popped up now that you tagged me. I don't know what's going on. I just figured it would be weird. I don't know. That's literally, seriously. Thank you for the tag, Cam.
And oh look, your camera is working. Let's see what happens when I put mines on. Or if I'm gonna have to do the Discord thing again. Let's see that is okay. How's the camera look for you? Whenever you get a chance, just let me know. Oh wow.
Alright, hold on, sorry.
I can already tell I'm probably just gonna have to do.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, you look. Yeah, you look fine for me, but of course I'm the one that looks bad.
Hold on, let me see.
We could start it over. We did start it over, and then we did it again. If you want to try that.
Yeah, it has done that before. I can also change my performance setting. Put it on low. Does that help? No, I ain't do nothing. Why is it always you?
I'm pretty sure it's just my PC, babe. My PC is just getting to that point.
Okay.
It's crazy too, because the preview I look clear, but when it shows it on stream, it looks bad. So that's the crazy thing about it.
All right, let's like leave and then invite me back.
Okay.
Oh, it's hot in here, y'all.
It's hot, and
I hope you are doing well this evening.
okay, sent you another invite.
Alright, hold on. I just realized I'm not even on Twitch like that, bro. What the heck? What the hell?
What the hell? Excuse me.
What the hell, Barry? Alright, did you invite me back yet?
Yeah. Did you not get it on your noties?
Hold on. I didn't see it in my noties, that's why I asked. Since it says 9 minutes ago, and I'm like, definitely wasn't 9 minutes ago that you sent it to me.
I got you, hold on.
Ooh.
Boom. Should have gotten that one.
Got it now.
Alright, your camera pops up perfectly. Let's see what happens with mine. How are we looking? We're still looking like shit. Gotta love it.
That's crazy.
Honestly, I think we're just gonna go on Discord. Yeah.
You want me to post it on Discord?
Yeah, because, you know, that's what we did last time. That's just what we're gonna have to do this time, you know.
Hold on, let me. What the hell?
What the heliante?
Discord. I will.
And then I'm just gonna have to pull it up. Okay. Cool.
There you go. And.
Yeah. You're probably just gonna have to make like a window capture source if you haven't already, and just pull me from Discord.
I have not. Yeah. All right, hold on. This is fun.
Yeah, I know, right? So much fun. Maybe whenever, maybe when I'm like get upgraded stiff, this won't be an issue, you know. Okay, go here, go here. Alrighty. So.
Okay, hold on. Let me move my Discord over here. I make you full. I can make you full screen. Woo!
Why is it?
Okay, and then let's go here.
I think I have to have Discord up for it to actually. Jeez, man.
Okay.
The extra effort I have to go through. It's insanity.
Okay. Boom shakalaka. Let's pop out. Ah, here we go.
This.
There you go. That's better, I think.
The extra effort we go to get this podcast going, y'all.
Okay. Keep talking, please.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
You're Gucci.
Okay, cool. Alright, cool. There we go. We've switched sides on my end now, though, but hey, it's all good. We're back with what we got, you know?
Yep.
Alright, babe, what would you like to start it off, kick it off, and let everybody know what we're doing today? Uh-oh, I think you're muted.
Hello.
Hello, she's back.
This is, yep. We are D&D, Spilling the Tea, with your hosts, D&D. And hold on, I have this like spooky, what's it called? Spooky music going in the background. I know it's too loud. It was like rattling my brain. Anyway, so if you don't know, happy spooky season. What we do for the season of frights and scares is each Tuesday we bring you a story. This story can be one that I've read somewhere, one that I watched someone tell on a platform. It could be from anywhere. And basically, I tell you the story. I usually kind of switch it up. Either I'll write it in my perspective, or I will find a different kind of thing, just so you can't look it up, right? And then you have to tell me at the end of me telling you the story whether it's a real story or it's fake. So we're starting this one off strong, and I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite little segments that we do, and I love the Halloween season. It's like my second favorite holiday, so really, this is me. I love this. And if I could, I would decorate my room all spooky, but you know, I also need to sleep in here, and I don't want to Wake up to nightmares. Okay. So here is it. Here it is. How I turned into a man-eater. That is the name of today's story. Okay.
Before you start, let me put up one more thing real quick. Just on my side.
Okay, are we ready?
I think we are ready.
Okay. How I turned into a man-eater. You might say my catalyst for this change came abruptly, and I would be inclined to agree with you. My life was not perfect by any means. My parents divorced when I was young. I got bullied so hard in middle school, I had to eat in the library every day. And finally, my life started to turn around in high school after I became dedicated to fitness and eating healthy. This is why I was so excited for college. I'd finally have the chance to forget my past and start fresh in a place where no one knew me, where my image wasn't tainted from who I used to be. So I started freshman year enthusiastic to make new friends, and I did. I joined a fraternity, I met a girl who became my girlfriend, and I got to drink and party every weekend. I was enjoying my time, making the most of everything I missed out on when I was younger. But after that year passed in a blur, with the nights running into each other, from parties to alcohol, I realized I had little to no memory of all the great times I was having. That summer, as I reflected on my freshman year, I decided I was going to stay away from anything harmful for my mind and body, and I would take care of myself for real this time. But I guess fate had something different lined up for me. It started slowly. I was working for my dad during the summer at his dental office. I was meeting and helping clients, and I felt the need to be there for them, this innate need that fueled my desire to protect them, support them, and be around them. I was reprimanded about it briefly, but I couldn't understand why, as I was doing my best to try and help. Then my girlfriend suggested that I go and visit her to take my mind off of things, and so I did. Our time together was enlightening. It was there that I felt my evolution truly start to take shape. All my viewpoints were different, clearer, and I was becoming who I was always meant to be. I was going to help people, and I would be remembered as a great figure that did incredible things, and I'd never be sad again, because that's what it said. I'd found my purpose. My girlfriend had started to react strangely after I told her about the new person I was becoming. I knew it was a lot to take in, so I tried to reassure her that I wasn't afraid of anything anymore, and although I might sound off, I didn't think I was going crazy. I was dedicated, driven to be different, and I was called to be different, and I realized it was just like Jesus. My life ran parallel to him. He struggled like me, they judged him like me, and so it was clear that we were the same. I began doing the things expected of me. I dressed the part. I blessed water and made it holy and sacred. But I was scared. I was so scared of the devil coming for me. There were demons everywhere because they knew who I was and who I was destined to be. The dark figures plagued me, but I was determined they would not harm me and they would not harm my family. So I persisted. Every day the darkness became worse and I felt helpless. I searched for cures on the internet. How to cure anxiety? How do you know if you're depressed? Am I going crazy? Is this what it feels like to go crazy? What's schizophrenia? What is bipolar disorder? But nothing ever helped. Nothing ever gave me the answers that I needed. So I kept going every day, doing my best until the days leading up to the incident. I remember feeling out of place. I remember going to dinner, and I was acting off from my father's recollection. So he tried to take my keys. However, I was so upset, I jumped on top of the car and screamed at the top of my lungs, making a scene. He finally decided to give me my keys, and so I left. That night, I had a party at my frat brother's house that I attended. But because I didn't drink, I wasn't very entertained by all of the things going on. However, something innately called to me and told me that my hand needed beer. I took a beer off the shelf and I poured it over myself to drench its thirst. From there, I went home, argued with my mother, and everything just seemed off. I just remember running for my life, going to ask this couple in their garage for help. But then the lady started screaming, and her face distorted into a demented smile with razor-sharp teeth, blackened, hollowed-out eyes, and hair that stood up the top of her head. I knew they were demons, disguised, trying to stop me from my greatness, what I had been called to be. The rest of what happened is a blur, but I woke up tied to a hospital bed. They say I murdered a couple and tore the man's flesh, ate his face to the bone. I vaguely remember it, bits and pieces, but all I know is now I'm stuck in this empty room, waiting to become the new person I was destined to be. And that's the story.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting story. A lot of events happened there.
Right? A lot of events.
You know, well, first off, everyone who's listening out there, what do you guys think? Y'all think this is a real story, or do y'all think that this is a fake story? Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I was leaning towards the real. I was in the beginning. But then I just started thinking about everything. I was like, I don't know, this sounds like, obviously like God complex and, kind of sound like a common kind of thing. And yeah, the more you started talking about it, and then what was it you said? I think you said he had eaten somebody's face off to the bone, you said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was it that originally made him have this mindset?
He was fine, and then he started exhibiting like weird tendencies, working for his father, and then he went to go see his girlfriend, and that triggered whatever this momentum event happened, this shift in personality.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it sounds like a fake story. I can see you're very convincing. I will say that whether this is actually real or fake, like you're very convincing with your storytelling for sure. Because it definitely makes it hard to determine, like, okay, is this a real story? Or is this actually fake?
And I think my whole thing is I think what gets I think what would get everybody is that I make everything sound like a story. Everything is so you have to kind of be able to discern like what's real for what's fake for real, because I will make everything sound like a story.
Right. That's the thing. You gotta try to catch it and be like, okay, like, is this actually real or is this actually fake?
You know what I mean? And that's why sometimes it takes me a while, because I really be like getting all the information and I will like rewrite it, because I'm like, no, if I tell it like this, you guys are totally gonna be like, this is real or this is a story, and I don't want you to be able to tell. So,
yeah,
it's work for me, y'all.
Yeah, this is like homework.
Literally, I was writing this away earlier. So with that being said, you say that it's fake, right? Okay. So drum roll, please, and I will let you know. It is real.
Wow.
It is a real story.
Crazy.
So now I will tell you guys the real story of Austin Harif. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you say his last name,
But that's what we're gonna go with.
That's how we're gonna say it today, okay? Um, so, let's go with the CNN post. Suspect in 2016 double murder facing Biden case found not guilty by reasons of insanity. So Austin Harif, the 25-year-old accused of stabbing a Florida couple to death and biting the face of the male victim in 2016, will be sent to a mental hospital instead of prison, according to court documents. Harif was found not guilty by reason of insanity in the killings of John Stevens, 59, and his wife Michelle Michonne Stevens, 53, according to his attorney Nellie L. King. Florida Judge Sherwood Bauer of the 19th Judicial Court Circuit found Harif not guilty by reasons of insanity and ordered him to be sent to a mental hospital after the prosecution and the defense reached an agreement to avoid trial, according to court documents. We have two people, middle-aged people, sitting on their couch enjoying the night, and out of nowhere, for reasons we may never know, they are attacked by a man with a knife who overcomes them both and kills them. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder said after the killings in 2016. Harif then was 19, was having dinner with his family when he stormed off in an agitated state. Officials said at the time, hours later, authorities responded to the Stevens home and found the teen stabbing the couple to death and then biting John Stevens' face, CNN reported. Harif purchased hallucinogenic mushrooms a few days before the attack, investigators have said, but they found no traces of the drug in his blood at that night, according to CNN WPLG. On Friday, victim impact statements were read in the courtroom. A court manager told CNN Michonne Stevens' sister, Cindy Michonne, was the first to address Harif in court. Michonne read numerous bizarre conversations Harif had via text message leading up to the killings, directing them at Harif in court. I reported, your dad asked you on the afternoon before you killed my sister, did you throw the drugs out? Did you throw the drugs out? You didn't answer yes, Michonne said. Do you know what you said to him? Learn. What does that even mean? Are you ever going to tell us what that means? But here we are opening the prison doors for a double murder. 4 words come to mind. White rich boy justice, Michonne said. The false narrative advanced by the state that the homicides were a result of her client ingesting Falca, the bath salts, was debunked repeatedly. Not only did defense experts refute this story, but the state sent evidence specimens to 2 different drug testing facilities on 3 different occasions, only to have negative results tendered each time. So 2 experts, one for the defense and one for the state, determined Austin was experiencing a psychotic break at the time of the homicides and lacked the intent necessary to be criminally responsible for his conduct. And so what's really crazy about this is like what I told you about him going to see his girlfriend and that being like the catalyst. I don't know if that was the catalyst, but that's when his personality really started to change. They first started to see the issues when he was working at his dad's dentist office. And like he was getting too involved in the clientele's life, asking them inappropriate questions that was like probing and making them uncomfortable. And then he decided to go visit his girlfriend. And when he came back, they said his whole demeanor had changed. His stance on everything that he once believed had changed. And he kept making references to becoming a new person, and said that he would help people. He found his calling and he would never be sad again. But they said also identified that the way that he would talk about these things were very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Were very like in a way that were very like creepy and weird, and you were like, is this dude okay? And so not only did he start believing or like that he was like Jesus, like the second Jesus, he also started to believe that he was part dog sometimes, and then sometimes part human. And so sometimes he would run down the street on all 4s. Just imagine you're walking down the street and you see someone like gallivanting on all 4s running.
That's crazy.
Like, that's insane.
He got that dog. Oh shit.
I cannot with you. That's insane.
He did.
So like that's happening, right? So all these things are. My thing is, if all these things are happening, and he poured a beer on him, saying he had to feed his hand, like literally just insane.
Feed his hand.
Feed his hand. He had to feed his hand.
That's crazy.
Because
that
he didn't. At this point,
crazy.
he didn't drink beer because he was supposed to be,
God.
taking care of himself.
Yeah.
And so, he literally was just like losing it. He was and I'm like, how do you see your son go from one person to someone completely different, and you don't think maybe I should get him some help? And his search history was like, what is schizophrenia? Like, what's a bipolar disorder? Like, how do you fix anxiety? How do you fix depression? All these things. And I'm like, how do you as a parent, I honestly think that part of this should be their parents getting charged. I understand that he was 19, but as your charge and as your child, you see your child going through these things that are not atypical of their personality, and you don't decide like they need help. That's
Insanity.
crazy.
Insanity, actually.
Yeah, so he ended up not that article did not say everything. Actually, the next door neighbors, Jeffrey Fisher, was the one who found him stabbing them, and he went over there to try to stop him. He actually stabbed the neighbor Jeffrey in the neck and in the back, and he was able to run away and call police in order for them to come and get him. When the police arrived, he was eating the face of the man from the couple.
That's crazy.
And also on top of that, he found bleach in the garage and drank the whole thing of bleach.
What the fuck?
So, yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
There is a girl on TikTok who covers this case very in depth. And her video is actually the one that I kind of used to create this story. Just because she had like the whole layout kind of set up for us, and he was really bullied, and he really did start. He wanted to have a change in college. So if anyone's interested in watching that full video of her breaking down the whole case, I can send that link. But yeah, it was on TikTok. But this is what people said about Austin. This case was always about mental illness. She said Austin was a 19-year-old college student at FSU with good grades, a gentle demeanor, and penchant for working out with no prior criminal record. He could be anyone's son, brother, neighbor, friend, but the mind is a powerful thing. Austin started to mentally decompensate in the weeks, days, and moments leading up to the incident. He became grandiose and paranoid. His behavior extreme and out of character. Things happened rapidly, with Austin experiencing such severe hallucinations and delusions at the time of the offense that he was incapable of making rational and voluntary choices. The unthinkable violence happened in this case not by choice, intention, or with an identifiable motive, but because Austin has a mental disease. So that's what they had to say. And I think honestly, from reading hearing the whole story, that's actually insane. He was obviously insane. Something was obviously mentally wrong with him. But I think what this calls to me is that there should have been a call to action for his parents.
Yeah.
How did his parents let it get this bad?
Yeah, that's the real question.
That's just what I don't understand.
Insane. Yeah, I was looking at the, since you said that he ate somebody's face off, I just got curious, and I just looked up you know, when the incident was of the guy, you know, the infamous guy in Florida, which it was the same place, right? You said Florida is where this happened?
Hmm.
Crazy. Yeah, I was looking up and
Pretty.
seeing
Well, I
if
don't
it,
know. Yeah, it's Florida.
yeah,
Florida.
but yeah, I was looking up the time frame of when that happened, you know, and that was actually in 2012. So yeah, it definitely happened after the fact, but yeah, it made me think about that situation, and
I
they
think
said
the family.
there was no drugs found in his system, right?
Nope. They said he had purchased drugs, but he wasn't on any when this incident happened.
That's
Um.
crazy.
Yeah. Um. Which is just crazy. Um. Yeah. Austin Harif, a killer who tried to eat victim's face. Like literally, like
Tried or
face
he
biting.
did?
I mean, he didn't finish. And they said it took so many. It took like 5 or 6 officers to get him off of the couple, and they tried to tase him. They tried to send the dog after him. Like, and still with all that, it took after all it took 5 additional officers to get him off of the like. And also another thing that I was saying was negligent about the parents is they knew that his demeanor and presence was off, and his dad still took him to this like specialty shop or whatever and bought him a knife, and that is the same knife that he used to attack the couple before he found a machete in their garage and finished the job with that.
Lock them up. Lock the parents up.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think in my head I'm like, what are his parents doing? Why did y'all do that?
That's insane. That is actually insane.
Yep. And this one, another one says Florida cannibal found not guilty of 2016 killing of couple. And like I said,
That's a different
I'm
story
not
than the one
saying
you just read.
oh, it's the same one. I'm just looking at all the
Oh,
headlines we're saying.
but he
What
was found.
happened to? He's found not guilty
Oh, right. Because yeah, he was
of insanity.
insanity.
So let's see. What happened to Austin Harif? Where is he now? Update. Let's see what we've got here. Um, what happened to Austin Harif? The public is interested in learning more about the continuous case of the prisoner who murdered a Florida couple. Learn more about the case specifics by reading on. Austin Harif was a former student at Florida State University. He was a sophomore at the university, majoring in pre-exercise science at FSU. He was a member of the fraternity Alpha Delta Phi. Harf was charged in 2016 after stabbing a neighbor on 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. That probably was the neighbor. The tragic event shocked and terrified the general public. What happened to Austin Harf and where is he now? Harf, an American football player, was born December 21st. Wow, 1996. So actually, our birthdays are around each other. Well, he was born a year after me, but still around each other. After his parents divorced when he was 13, he moved in with his mother and younger sisters. Despite this, he kept in touch with his father and frequently visited him. He stormed off the night of the killings after an argument with his father over dinner, claiming that his last memory is walking home. And walking home was to his mother's house. The now 26-year-old is still awaiting trial because his lawyers claim he's mentally ill, and the FBI discovered no substantiations of illegal substances in his system other than what is this? Tetrahydrobinolone. He was hospitalized for 2 months due to burned esophagus, which is what happened because he drank the bleach.
The bleach, yeah.
Yep. According to a state-appointed psychologist, Haraf remembers drinking a bottle of liquid in the couple's garage, which could have caused the injury. According to the full report, he felt as if God was talking to him, and dog spirits were a part of him in the days leading up to the attack. Sheriff's official confirmed that the murderer, Austin, who in November was found not guilty of the 2016 murder charges due to insanity, has been moved from jail to a secure mental health facility. On January 26th of 2023, the double murder convict was transferred to the Florida State Hospital in Chattahoochee, 40 miles from Tallahassee, after being released from the Martin County Jail, and was placed in 2 maximum security forensic units. The former Florida State University professor was found not guilty because of insanity after 2 psychologists. Why I said professor? He's not a professor. He suffered an acute psychotic episode when he fatally stabbed John Evans III, 59, and Michelle Michon at 53 at their home in southern Martin County on August 15th, 2016. It was concluded that Harper was not legally insane at the time because he was incapable of understanding the consequences of his actions and did not know what he was doing was wrong. Additionally, a defense expert determined he had bipolar 1 disorder with psychotic features. In particular, he was involuntarily placed in the Department of Children and Families Custody to receive forensic mental health treatment. Let's see. The schizophrenic patient was wearing a red Make America. Ha! You want to hear something?
Sure.
Austin murdered Joseph John Stevens III and his better half, Michelle Michon Stevens, on August 15, 2016, before eating Joseph's face. The assault was baseless and random because he had no idea about the couple. He could have been using the drugs, bath salts, or Salka, according to the police, but he wasn't after they did tests. The schizophrenic patient was wearing a red Make America Great Again cap during the assault, which is Donald Trump's campaign slogan and sold on the mission's website. When a neighbor, Jeff Fisher, witnessed the assault, he attempted to intervene but got injured. Additionally, he called 911 to alert the police to the assault. When the cops arrived, they said Austin was powerful. An officer used a taser to try to stop him several times, but it was ineffective. 4 officials and a canine broke half away from the suspect. The assault occurred at the carport of the couple in Tesquita. I'm sorry. Florida has lots of weird names. Florida, where the suspect used various weapons of the chance to beat, slice, and assault the couple, including a switchblade. The spouse attempted to retaliate but failed and got killed. On his YouTube channel, the murderer had published an odd video about the best chest exercises, where he uses strange voices and wails towards the end. Several family members of the brutally murdered couple expressed outrage at the conviction. They made statements regarding the victim's impact and aimed directly at the killer's parents, the defense attorney, and prosecutors. Cindy Michon, Michelle's sister and an attorney, established a systematic and logical case because she did not consider the criminally insane at the time that the murder had occurred. So that's everything.
Oh wow! What did you say about the? Go ahead, finish.
And face biting suspect's dad believes his son was poisoned. That's what he says. Anyway.
So he's in denial.
Yeah.
What did you say about Donald Trump's campaign slogan?
He was wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
Oh. Heard. Alright, well.
Yep. And that update was released in March of 2023.
Ah. Alright, well. It's the Alright, well, that's a hell of a story. Just wow, babe, that's
right?
That's a crazy story.
Started out strong, huh?
Yeah, you did. Got me thinking, like, what's the rest of the month gonna be looking like for the stories?
Yup, I was just scrolling on TikTok and I found that story and I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna save this one."
Did you?
It needs to be saved.
Did you just save it, or had it saved for a little bit?
about a couple days ago.
Okay.
So then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to this one.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've got for today.
All right. Well, guys, there you have it. Our first real or fake story of the month. Give it up for Danny for her amazing storytelling. Amazing. You know, like I said, she definitely makes it very hard to really tell if it's a real or fake story. Because I honestly, like I said, I started off thinking it was a real story, and then I switched up. I was like, you know, I don't know. This sounds like some kind of like a common kind of thing that people would, or like one of them common crazy things that people do. You know, so I don't know. And then you said about the face eating, and I was like, okay, now she's mixing in, you know, a bath salt guy up in there, you know. So I was like, so as I said, you're very convincing. You're very, very convincing.
I write everything myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, that will conclude, I guess, this week's episode of D&D Spilling the Tea.
With your host,
D&D. Yeah, and I will be posting this on YouTube probably. I'll probably post it next week next Tuesday actually. I'll post this episode on YouTube so you guys can go and check it out on YouTube. You know, so if you're not following YouTube, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. Follow, like, subscribe. It's a whole playlist of episodes on the podcast on there too. So if you guys want to go back and look at any of the previous episodes we've done, I haven't uploaded every episode we've done because we've been doing this podcast for 3 years now. Actually, last month was our 3 years. I forgot what date. Let me see. I can actually look real quick because I did have a picture I saved, I think, too. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, first podcast day. Our first podcast was it August 24th, 2023? Oh, it was actually in August. Let me see. Let me look real quick. August. And we started on a Thursday. It used to be on Thursdays.
Yes, it used to be on Thursdays.
Yeah. So August 24th. Yep. So August 24th. That was our first. August 24th, 2023 was our first podcast day. So, yeah.
Crazy.
I know, right? Been doing this for 3 years now. Now, we haven't been consistent every week because, you know, hey, we got stuff going on. You know, sometimes we kind of let topics build so that way we can come at y'all with some, you know, some better, more factual things, more preparedness and everything. So, but yeah, we hopefully this whole month will be every week. I think these are a little bit easier as long as you find a good story, and as much as you scroll on TikTok, I'm sure we'll have another good story next week. Or even Reddit, because don't you find... Oh, no. What was the things you used to get on Reddit? It was like just the... We used to do stories on Reddit about something, and I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I used to do, like a Reddit story, and we would talk about it, and basically be like, do you...
Oh, yeah, like, how do you... Yeah, true,
how do you feel? Like, isn't that great? Like, just, like, have a conversation, basically, about it.
Yeah. So hopefully, you know, in the future we'll get back into some of those segments too, you know, because I think that was pretty cool. Nice little, you know, side quest in the podcast, in the live podcast. Yeah. So stay tuned. I did upload a new episode. I uploaded the episode that we talked about accountability. I uploaded that one today, so that one did get uploaded. I think I have one more episode I need to upload. So I'll probably do that like the end of this week. And then, like I said, next Tuesday, I'll upload this episode on YouTube. So, like I said, if you guys are following YouTube already, my tags are the same everywhere. So just look up DamaB2020. You can find me on there, and yeah, there's a whole playlist. Follow, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you guys thought. Let us know if you thought that this episode was fake or real. You know, let us know how convincing Danny is in her storytelling. You know. Yes, this is your host, D&D, spilling the tea. Or this D&D spilling the tea, but your host D&D. Yeah. But thank y'all, though. Thank y'all for being here, lurking, and chatting and everything. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all on the next episode next week. Stay hydrated, practice self-care, as always. Peace, love, and positivity. Arrivederci. All the dirty things. But yeah.